Good morning. Things are winding right down at the allotment now. We're fully into autumn. It's windy, so sorry if that affects the noise. And we've just popped up this morning just to see what we can do, really. I haven't been up for about a week or so with the rain and the wind and horrible weather, but it's a lovely morning this morning, if rather chilly and windy. So we're going to turn the compost. I'm committed now to turn my compost as regularly as I can to get compost faster. And I'm also going to check that rat situation because I don't think we've gotten rid of it. And I'm going to pick some greens and see if there's any tidying up to be done. So we'll crack on. Right, we'll check and see if this rat hole is still here. Well, I've already checked and it is. So there you go, he's still tunneling through. We're going to dig over this compost here, empty it out, see if we find anything again, and if not, just to disturb whatever it is he's after in there.
There's a hole down here as well.
Oh blimey, let's have a look. I want to show you how much the compost has gone down. That was full like a week ago. Right, let's have a look at this hole.
Ratty's hole's just right there.
No. Right, let's see what we can find then.
Who would want to be a rat? I mean, look at that. Oh, is he?
He must just come in and pick up his tea and then come out again.
I think. I tried to stab him there, but it was too slow.
The rats just leapt out. Of course, we missed it. We both screamed and ran, and he tried to get it with a fork.
I tried to stab him with a fork, but I missed.
It's now gone under the shed. So typically we missed catching that. We've had a look and there doesn't seem to be a nest or anything, but he seems to be camping out at the back of the compost there. Anyway, we've disrupted it. I'm sure he'll probably be back tonight. That's my big heap come out of there, and now it's all going to go back in, being stirred, gotten rid of Ratty for today. I'm really impressed with how fast that's rotting down. It's definitely the way to go, turn your compost as often as you can.
Ah, stuck together. It weighs an absolute ton.
All matted. So I just wanted to show you this.
What?
I knew you'd do that. Right. So I just wanted to show you this border. This is where I put my onions in. Was it about 2 weeks ago now? And this is the garlic that I put in. I can't believe it's come up. I mean, it's at least 2 to 3 inches out of the ground already. You know what I mean? They're planted 2 inches. It's shot up fantastically. So now that Kenny stirred that other compost up and put it all back together, this one were emptied and put it in with that one last week. And we're going to top this one up now and try and get this filled right to the brim, and then leave that to compost down and start turning it regularly as well. I can get the lid off. Oh, there is stuff in there actually. This is just leaves. We live in a street where there's loads of trees, and all the leaves come down obviously in the autumn. So why waste them? I'm going to bring them up here and put them on. As well as those leaves, I've also got a bucket here of like kitchen scraps and the hen poop, which will get things going nicely. And that compost still isn't full. Once it's full, we'll put the lid on and just leave it. The leaves can take a lot longer to compost down, but it makes great great compost when it's done. I'm picking some greens to cook up and go in the freezer. I've got some lovely sorrel here, and I've got chard I'm going to pick, and some kale. And what I do with them is I will probably just saute them down in a pan and then freeze them in batches, and they are lovely to use pop in soup, and to just put a little portion in an omelette or something like that. If you're having an omelette, you can just toss a bit of this in. This sorrel makes it lovely and lemony, really nice. I'll definitely be growing this again. There's a slug though, you blighter. Get him. This is the chard. It's doing well. Everything's quite slug eaten, I suppose. I guess it's slugs, which isn't very nice. Definitely going to have to try and do something more about the slugs this next year coming up. And I'm getting some kale as well. Kale just goes on and on, doesn't it? Actually, and I think truth is, it seems to like the cooler weather better, because it's a lot more healthy now than it was in the summer. This great mass of foliage here, which is so pretty. It's got lovely little yellow flowers on. This is my New Zealand yams, or ochre. I'm eagerly waiting the first frost now. These are tubers which grow under the ground. They're really quite delicious, and we had some success with them last year. So I've grown a lot more this year here and at home in containers. Once the first frost comes, it kills all the foliage right back, and then you have to wait 3 weeks before you harvest them. And they were by far the nicest thing I grew last year. They were so delicious. So I am keenly awaiting a bit of a frost, but we don't get many frosts here really in the northeast, right on the coast. It's a bit too temperate in some ways for ochre anyway. Anyway, I'm keenly awaiting that, and in the meantime it looks very pretty. Right, that's us done for the day at the allotment. we got the rat. We were both screaming and it ran under the shed, which I'm a bit creeped out about now because I'm in the shed and it's probably under there still. And it's probably just going to go back in the compost again tonight, but what can you do? We'll just keep digging it out. I just wish I'd caught it on camera so you could have seen it. It was a fair size. And I've got a nice bag of greens to take home, and still plenty of food really from the allotment to look forward to. The ochre, the New Zealand yams, parsnips, turnips, or should I say Swedes, we always call them turnips. Yeah, so plenty still going on, but less work to do. Anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.